The first sound was the crack. Sharp, deliberate, cruel. My favorite china plate shattered on the floor, white shards scattering like broken teeth. My daughter flinched in the corner, clutching her notebook to her chest. She had spent weeks sketching designs, dreams she wanted to turn into her first fashion portfolio. The plate hadn't just been an accident, it had been ripped from her hands by my sister's boy, laughing as if destruction was a sport. I didn't move. I didn't scream. My silence was louder than any words. Across the table, my sister leans back in her chair, smirk painted across her face. Maybe this will teach her not to be so delicate, she purred, as if cruelty was wisdom. My parents laughed along, the sounds heavy and false. My mother's eyes darted toward me, searching for an outburst, for a scene. My father's chuckle was hollow, betraying his unease. But I only smiled. They didn't understand. Silence isn't weakness. It's a blade. When we were children, my sister and I shared everything, clothes, secrets, even the same blanket on stormy nights. She was reckless and wild, always pulling me into trouble, and I adored her for it. But affection sours when it is never returned. Her kindness turned into jabs, coated with sweetness. How lucky you are Mom gave you that sweater. Makes up for your shape, I guess. Small cuts, harmless at first, until they weren't. When I got engaged, she clinked her glass but never toasted. Instead, she whispered in my husband's ear, "She's fragile. You'll need patience." On the day I signed the deed for my first home, she smirked in the living room and said, "Cozy, like a starter place. Don't worry, you'll upgrade someday." When my daughter was born, her venom sharpened. She spoiled her kids with every luxury and then mocked mine for being entitled if I gave her anything earned. But my daughter wasn't entitled. She was brilliant. She was light. Her notebook filled with sketches of gowns, patterns, and designs too vivid for her age. She wanted to create, to build, to be more. And I promised myself I would never let anyone dim her spark. So I worked. Nights at the hospital, weekends freelancing, cutting luxuries, cutting comforts, cutting everything until I saved enough for art classes and the supplies she needed. Every pencil, every brush, every sheet of paper was paid for with hours of exhaustion I never complained about. Her smile made it worth it every single time. And then came tonight. The family gathered for a barbecue, one of those forced togetherness nights where laughter felt scripted and the tension hummed beneath every word. My sister's boys, spoiled and arrogant, snatched the notebook from my daughter's hands. She screamed. They laughed. And then, rip. Pages torn out, sketches flying into the fire pit. My daughter froze, her small hands trembling in the air, as if she could summon the flames to give her work back. The laughter was a knife. My parents chuckled. My sister's lips curled in triumph. Her kids clapped like it was entertainment. And me, I smiled. The silence spread. My father's laughter faded first, awkwardness replacing bravado. My mother fidgeted. My sister's smirk faltered under the weight of the quiet. I leaned forward, my voice steady. "Do you know what I sacrificed for those drawings?" The room stilled. "I worked shifts while you wasted your money on vacations and cigarettes. I skipped meals while you bought the newest phones. I gave her what mattered, opportunity." I turned to her boys, their smirks now brittle. "And you? Did it feel powerful? Destroying something you could never create? Something you'll never earn?" Their grins withered. My sister rolled her eyes, spitting venom. "Oh, come on. It's just a notebook. She'll live." I smiled again, calm and sharp. "You're right. She'll live. But you'll see." Revenge doesn't scream. It waits. The next morning, I opened my laptop. Not her destroyed one, but mine, and made the first call. My parents had placed me as co-signer on their medical loan, a safety net they assumed was guaranteed. I withdrew my name immediately. The safety net snapped. Then came my sister. She leaned on me more than she admitted. I had been the one to babysit, to cover bills, to patch her emergencies. Not anymore. I opened every family group chat, typed the words with deliberate clarity. "From today forward, I am not available for your needs. Do not call, do not text, do not ask." And I hit send. But that wasn't all. Her kids had filled their social accounts with carelessness, cheating on exams, stealing from stores, mocking classmates, videos, screenshots, proof of their arrogance. I didn't have to invent lies. I only had to shine light. I compiled everything, sent it where it mattered. school boards, principals, even local authorities. By the end of the week, her laughter was gone. The school called, then the police. The mask cracked. 2 weeks later, she stormed into my house, eyes wild, voice shrieking. "You ruined my kids' lives." I didn't flinch. No, they ruined their own. I just stopped covering for them, like you always made me. Her hands shook, fury spilling. "You think you're better than me?" I stepped closer, lowering my voice to a whisper. "No, I just stopped letting you drag me down, and now everyone sees you for who you are." Her mouth opened, then shut. For the first time in years, she had no words. That night, my daughter sat at her new desk, a replacement sketchbook in front of her, better paper, sharper pencils, brighter colors. Bought with the money I saved by cutting off the leeches who fed on me. She looked up, eyes shining. "Mom, was it worth it?" I placed my hand on hers, steady, strong. "Yes, because now you know justice doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just smiles." And as I smiled, the same quiet smile I wore while the fire ate her dreams, I knew the truth. It hadn't ended that night. It had only begun.